Were the original Egyptians black? The reason why I ask that is because many modern Egyptologists say they weren't black. But I say they were. And I have three reasons for saying that. Reason one is that Egypt, or the country that we call Egypt, is on the continent of Africa. It always has been, it always will be. And it's surrounded by people who are black. And the first Egyptologists from Germany and from France and even from the United States of America were influenced by their racial prejudice and did not want to accept the fact or even entertain the notion that something so fabulous, something so advanced could have been accomplished by black people. So they created this fiction and this narrative called the Near East, and they placed Egypt in the Near East, and they removed it from Africa. But the reality is Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Number two, we call this country Egypt, but the people who lived there 3,000, 5,000 years ago did not call that place Egypt. In fact, the term Egypt is actually a Greek name. It's a shortened version of the Greek name, which was Aegyptus. The people that lived there referred to their land as KMT or Kemet. And when that KMT was decoded in the hieroglyphics, it said land of the blacks. Now, Egyptologists have said, well, they were referring to the soil, how dark and rich it is, how nutrient rich it is. Well, yeah, but they called themselves black. We can't dance away from that reality. Three, I think that this is perhaps most compelling. The images that they painted of themselves in their funerary temples, in their mortuaries, in their tombs, depicted their kings, their gods, the people who served in their army, and just ordinary people as black. You don't have to take my word. Let's take a look at it. First of all, look at some of the ordinary people. Look pretty black to me. Let's take a look at some of their gods. Look black to me. But now let's take a look at some of their royalty, some of their kings and their queens. And by the way, now, these are not renderings that were made by people in this day and time. These are actual images that come from their tombs and their temples and their actual statues that were found buried in Egypt. When we look at all the evidence, it's clear to me that the original Egyptians were black. Stop running away from that reality.